Welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So it's that time again. It's time for your monthly Tarotscope readings for September 2022 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path, what you're here to learn and experience. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life and makes for much more accurate readings. So I'm going to connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, monthly Tarotscope readings for September 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Capricorn and or the 10th house. And while I'm shuffling, I want to invite you to close your eyes if you can, relax, take some deep breaths, and just open up your energy field to receiving any information that's going to be most relevant to you in your life right now. So North Node in Capricorn and or the 10th house. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. So your overall theme card is this Six of Wands, and when I saw this, what instantly the download that I got were two words, which was not only victory but success. And at the same time, I started to think about how much, when you think of traditional success, because success means different things to different people. So that could be like someone who desires, they go to Harvard Business School and then become a CEO of a large corporation, Fortune 500 company or something. That's a success to some people. Or to other people, it's someone opens up a restaurant and has a successful restaurant because they love to cook and they open up, that. Or someone decides that they want to open up a company that makes surfboards, okay? Or becoming a writer. Now, even though all of those paths are very different, each of those paths have something in common, and that is Capricorn energies and 10th house energies. Because in order to be successful in whatever it is you do, whether it be create any of those things I mentioned, or even create, creatively as an artist, a musician, whatever it is, it takes these Capricorn things, which is responsibility, dedication, perseverance, hard work. These are all things ruled by Capricorn and the planet Saturn. Okay, so all of these things, these things, they all have that in common. And the interesting thing is that whether you know it or not, you were born for success. You were born for victory. And a lot of you, that might be shocking to a lot of you. You might, think, really? Like, because it's your south node in Cancer and or the fourth house is you already have this, most of you have this emotional intelligence. Family relationships for most of you are super important. And a lot of you might not care about success in the outside world. I've seen this a lot with this North Node because you're learning to move from that energy of, the safety and security of Cancer relationship, warm and fuzzies, into the cold, hard world of, success out there. But you are built for success. And that doesn't have to look the same for everybody. It doesn't just have to be the person who is this huge business success. It could be someone, even a person that doesn't even work outside the home. It could be someone who is dedicating themselves to being the best parent that they can. Because even if you take on the role or job, if you will, of being a great parent, that takes all of those things that I mentioned, the dedication, hard work, perseverance, and all that to be a successful parent. So this is the theme for you, and your timeline cards are the Lovers, the Tower reversed, and the Eight of Wands. So for the first 2 weeks, what I'm feeling like for you is I feel like there is going to be somewhat of a little turmoil in the first 2 weeks of September. And it could involve your relationship with your significant other. But not only that, the Lovers doesn't also have to be that. It could be even if you don't have a significant other, someone close to you in a relationship type situation. It even could be a job situation where there's turmoil. It could be that is a relationship, okay? That is a partnership. And I feel like there's going to be some turmoil, and what's going to happen is that a lot of you are going to finally see what changes you need to make. Okay, the Eight of Wands, moving forward swiftly in a new direction. And whatever is going to happen and how this is going to play out, it's like the turmoil is what is getting you into this direction. What popped into my mind right now is the great evolutionary astrologer Jeffrey Wolf Green says that change happens in only two ways. It happens gradually over time, or it can happen very quickly or cataclysmically. Okay, so what I mean by that is someone could realize, okay, you know what? Let's say a person is struggling with like partying and like drinking too much, and they really know that they need to make changes, right? And so they could come to the realization and say, I'm going to start like, I'm going to taper off. I'm not going to like stay out as late as I have been. I'm going to like really cut down my partying or whatever. And they're going to start to make these changes in their life, slowly over time, and just start making different changes. It's because they see what's going on, and they start chipping away at it, if you will. Now that could be gradual. But what happens a lot of times also is change happens cataclysmically. Like, let's say that same person happens to get get in an accident or get like a DUI, right? And it's like a wake up call. Like, oh man, okay. And then they just make that change, but something big had to happen. So that's how change happens. It only happens so we can either like look at the things in our life that need change, and we can make those adjustments over a period of time. And when we do that, it's much easier. But sometimes it takes like something, big or, small. In this case, I feel like it's not going to be, for most of you, anything like too big, but it's going to be something that is going to cause this change. And it has to do with some sort of relationship that you're in, whether that be significant other, family member, friend, or even a job situation. Okay. So now you're going to move on in this. And I feel like most of you are going to get this, and it's going to start giving you a clear direction. And you're going to start seeing the benefits of, maybe I should really start going for like more success in my life. Because as I said, you Capricorn North nodes and North nodes in the 10th house, you were born for success, okay? Now, your two advice cards, the Five of Pentacles, and you've got the Nine of Wands. And a lot of times the Five of Pentacles, it means like it's like we need to rely on people or allow ourselves to be helped by other people. But in this case with the Nine of Wands, what I'm seeing is that whatever changes you need to make, they could be very scary for you. It could be like, oh man, if I go down this road, it's like think of like this image is perfect for your North node. Think of a warm, cozy space with food and a fire, and you've got all these comforts around you, but then having to walk out in the snowstorm to do something, okay? But it needs to be done, but you're leaving this like warm, comfortable, safe place. And again, that is a very Capricorn thing to do, a very Saturnian thing to do, okay? To be able to like, okay, it's like toughen up and go out there. So these changes are going to seem kind of scary. And also, what this is also doing is I feel like you're going to be able to dig into past experiences that's going to help you to move forward in this. But it might seem like when you make these changes, it might seem like, wow, if I go into this, I'm really like leaving my safety net behind. But when you do that, it's going to pay off big time. Because here's the thing. When you go for success in life and you're able to leave your comfort zone, find out your true heart, your true direction, your soul path. When you leave that comfort zone, you will regain that security and comfort. But at first it's going to seem, like I said, a very scary step, okay? So whatever the situation is, remember that it is hurting you into the direction that you need to go, and it is showing you the way. The interesting thing is that this, I'm seeing a very similar type of a thing for a lot of the North nodes this month, is like really like movement onto your soul path. It's almost like a graduation period, or everyone seems to be like trying to level up. But remember, if you have any dreams of wanting success, go for it. Have the courage to take those steps, because you will be helped by the universe. You will be blessed by the universe into following those dreams, okay? Now, the second half of the month, there's a little bit of a different situation happening. Your timeline cards are the Two of Pentacles reversed. You've got the Ten of Wands, and you've got the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, I feel like the second half of the month, what we're looking at is we're looking at some things that are relating to money, income, property, job promotion, okay, something like that. But there's some issues, regarding that. And it's causing some stress and some burdens, okay? So it's something in those lines is causing some stress and burdens. And where it's moving toward is, if there's some things that have to be kind of corrected, but it could end up like the King of Pentacles upright. But at first it could, unless the proper, I guess, direction is taken, it could kind of lead to like a dead end is kind of what I'm seeing. But the potential there is to gain success. Now, the stress is, there could be like maybe, you know, having to, you know, pay a bill or bills, or, you know, being able to, you know, money that you thought was there is not there, but something regarding that resources, even just like, yeah, just like everyday type stresses that has to do with money, finances, or, you know, property, things of that nature. And what I'm seeing is, you know, for your advice cards is you have the Empress reversed and you've got the Two of Swords. And what this is saying is that it's the time right now is to, this is definitely like leaving the throne of your comfort zone, okay? That what's going to help you with this is that, you know, these stresses and burdens are happening again to get you to move. But the two things specifically that are wanting to happen with this Two of Swords reversed is for you to maybe block off some of the emotional energy regarding this situation, whatever the situation that's a burden, blocking out the emotional energy of it and go into more of your head and kind of think it through kind of logically. So it's telling you like bringing more like logic into it. And then the reversed Empress is definitely like leaving the comfort zone. So when you are coming across whatever this burden is regarding resources, and you're able to look at it and analyze it logically from a non-emotional standpoint, and leave that comfort zone, that's how this King of Pentacles wants to go from reverse to upright. Okay. And that's when you're going to get, this is where you could be moving toward, which is emotional security, financial security, and also, yeah, like security of all things and in all ways. Just like a complete richer life. Really, really powerful month, you know, for you. And just remember, like, you were born for success. So go out there when you make those steps toward that, you'll see that you'll start to see results. The more you leave your comfort zone, the more success you'll see. And in the end, when you do that, you think by leaving your comfort zone, you'll be uncomfortable, but not for long. Okay, it's just a short period of time when you like let go of this branch before you go to the next one. But you just have to have that trust. Okay, I'm going to let go of this one. I'm going for this one, and I'm uncomfortable. But when you get over there, you're going to have much more comfort than you could even dream or imagine from that other side. So yeah, really powerful month. Hopefully this made sense to you. If you have any questions, reach out to me in the comments. Would love to connect with you there. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you'd like a personal reading or more information about that, there's a link in the description box below. I can give you some more information on that. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.